the shining light that we bear. We're the only ones to make her brighter, the only ones to make her better, the only ones to make Anambra shine. With our sweat and blood, every breath of our lives, with trust in God, we will lift our homeland high. We believe in togetherness, we'll build a land of progress. Lift the spirit of Anambra, lift the spirit of Anambra.
If your hands are not too busy, I want you to give him a round of applause. If your mouth is not busy, you go to any again. Thank you. Thank you. He is the governor, our leader, the head of government of Anambra State. A visionary leader. This is a man whose ideas we are going to look into today and make our own contributions. Ladies and gentlemen, the governor of Anambra State. Welcome all of you.
Angie, why go me far?
While we are still standing, ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem.
On behalf of the beloved people of Anambra State, I welcome you to the third edition of Anambra Business and Investment Roundtable. The first edition of this initiative took place on the eve of my second term inauguration. This effort is a consolidation of that maiden outing, as well as the second edition, which held in the United States the month of September this year. But it is actually much more than that. This is a game changer. Coming on the heels of the inauguration of the 50-year Development Plan Committee, I also want to recognize Professor Ludo. He is the chairman of Anambra Vision 2070. Coming on the heels of the inauguration of the 50-year Development Plan, this edition of Anambra Business and Investment Roundtable couldn't have been better time. The theme of this event is Beyond Infrastructure, Rethinking the Future. It is perfectly aligned to the core philosophy behind the 50-year Development Plan. In fact, this effort shines a touchlight on the path of the 50-year Development Plan must take to bring us within a touching distance of the future. Ladies and gentlemen, to get to the point where we are now, I boldly contemplate the future. My team and I set forth at dawn with clear defined vision and mission statements. We have declared that our vision was to make Anambra the first choice investment destination and a hub for economic and commercial activity. And we also declared that our mission is to create a socially stable, business-friendly environment where indigenous and non-indigenous alike will have opportunity for wealth creation. These two statements are the ignition to the engine of my economic blueprint, which is made up of 6 pillars and 14 enablers. The pillars include agriculture, industrialization, trade and commerce, oil and gas, and creative economy and logistics. The pillars are supported by key enablers like security, education, health, roads and bridges, the environment, social infrastructure, and others. I make security my #1 enabler for obvious reasons. From the darkness to light. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone who is familiar with Anambra State will easily remember how long history of insecurity. So when I assumed office, I realized that security was the key to everything we want to achieve. I was certain that if we didn't get security right, everything else would go wrong. Our first step was to organize Nigeria's first international security conference and hire an Israeli security expert to facilitate this. The immediate outcome of that idea is the famous Anambra security architecture. Our security blueprint has evolved through a number of phases and has now become the Anambra Smart City Surveillance System or Operation Chapter 2. What we have done is quite simple. We merely sought to reach shape to form a clique by Adolphus Collins, who says, and I quote, "External vigilance is not only the price of liberty, external vigilance is the price of human decency," unquote. Outcome. The overall outcome of our campaign against insecurity is that Anambra State has been declared Nigeria's safest state. We have endured social harmony in the state. Anambra now has a thriving social circuit that sparkles with life every weekend. We have created a 24-hour economy and social activities are in full swing all year round. But the greatest achievement remains the inflow of investment into the state. We have created a huge agro-economy. The leisure and hospitality industry has picked up gradually. The SME sector looks promising, and we are beginning to see the gradual emergence of a middle-class economy in Anambra State. The grand jewel of our industrializing effort is the commissioning of a multi-billion naira fully automated costeric rice mill in Anambra in September this year, just like integrated rice farm late last year, and Linden's integrated poultry farms 2 years earlier. And also, they are all doing very well. Our enviable status as Nigeria's safest state was confirmed last month when I was honored by the Nigerian Police Force with the award of the best governor in Nigeria in supporting security architecture. I have also been honored by Security Watch Africa as the security icon in governance in West Africa by an outfit operating out of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, I have spent some time on security because it is important to assure you that the Anambra is safe and secure enough for your investment. You can count on us. Inviting the future. Fellow compatriots, we have come to the intersection where technology is the constant negotiating and artificial intelligence. We are at the interchange where our children must break away from the culture of sitting back to absorb change to standing up to induce change. Happily, Anambra State has shown unmistakable readiness to lead this charge on our own terms. While Innocent Vehicle Manufacturing Limited in Nnewi have demonstrated what we can do in the manufacturing sector, the 5 schoolgirls from within Apache's secondary school on Nicho, who won gold at the World Recognition Contest in Silicon Valley, have announced the Anambra Promise in innovation. This promise was further affirmed in March this year when our 4 boys from St. John's Science and Technical College, Yalo, won the bronze medal at the International Festival of Engineering, Science and Technology in Tunisia. The boys won bronze with an innovation they called Adaptable Alternative Power Supply for Sub-Saharan Africa. The emerging scenario here indicates a great deal of improvement in the quality of education in public schools in Anambra State. It is instructive to note that the school children who are making all this history are all products of the ongoing reforms in our public schools. We are investing heavily in our schools and technical education. We are investing in the training and retraining of teachers. We began this trend in 2015 when we sent 3 teachers to Singapore to learn the global best practice in vocational education. Alexander the Great, the king of the ancient Greek kingdom of Macedonia, once said, and I quote, "I am indebted to my father for living, but to my teacher for living well," unquote. This quote aptly underscores the importance of quality teachers to any progressive society. It is a quote we have taken to heart in Anambra State. That is why our teachers have been winning national honors. Last month, for example, Anambra swept the 4 awards at the President's Teachers and Schools Excellence Award in Abuja. Healthcare delivery. Indeed, no meaningful progress can be made in forward-looking society without a superb healthcare delivery sector. A healthy nation is a wealthy nation. My administration has prioritized healthcare in Anambra State. In line with this thinking, I recently commissioned the ultra-modern Immaculate Heart Multi-Specialist Hospital and the oxygen plant in the state. These 2 investments have given us a lot of elbow room to address healthcare delivery in the state. Similarly, our establishment of Anambra Primary Healthcare Agency has proven to be nothing short of revolutionary. The same thing applies to Anambra State Health Insurance Agency, ASHIA, which has made quality healthcare system and affordable to a greater number of our people. Ladies and gentlemen, the story does not end with education and healthcare delivery. We have also paid close attention to digital entrepreneurship and creative industry. In April last year, we inaugurated the Youth Empowerment and Creative Economy Council with a view to unlocking the creative potential of Anambra youth in a manner that will address unemployment more decisively. We are also seriously considering the prospects of building a film village to bring Nollywood back to its original roots. All these initiatives will offer Anambra youth a clear competitive advantage and place them in a pole position to live the future comfortably. Ladies and gentlemen, Anambra State is fully aware that the indices of measuring development in the near future will no longer be essentially about physical infrastructure, but about the quality of the human capital. The human intellect and the quality of human thought will soon become the differentiator between societies. And the only link between today and the dispensation is quality education, written by quality teachers in quality schools. Our society missed out on all the stages of the Industrial Revolution up to the present ICT revolution. We cannot afford to miss out on the exploding dispensation of nanotechnology and artificial intelligence. That is why I'm happy with the choice of Dr. Leo Staneke as the keynote speaker of this event. It is on this note that I welcome you all once again to Anambra State, the light of the nation. Thank you very much.
Let's put our hands together for the Governor of Anambra State.
Once again to this third edition of the Anambra State Anambra Business Roundtable. You've seen this short video of the eminent and enviable accomplishments of His Excellency Governor Willie Obiano. It speaks testament to a vision laid out, a mission planned out, and real developmental strides executed beautifully. And once again, I would like you to give him a round of applause. This roundtable has come up with a theme beyond infrastructure, rethinking the future. Let me share with you some troubling statistics. Nigeria today has a population of 200 million, and we are growing at nearly 3% per annum. At the rate of growth, by year 2050, we'll be approaching a population of 400 million people. Anambra currently is about 4 to 5 million people. In that same window, it will be well over 10 million people. With this limited landmass, we must ask ourselves, how do we create the employment opportunity, the economic opportunity to support the youth? And they are crying for help today. And that is why, in thinking about this, the theme for this roundtable, it was appropriate to think about the human capital that we are bringing out. It's not just the numbers that matter, it is the quality of those human beings that matter. So we're starting the roundtable with thinking about what we're doing in education and healthcare. And then beyond that, we go into ICT and the creative industry. Today, Nollywood is well recognized as a major economic force in Nigeria. Indeed, Nollywood needs to find domestication, and none of the southeastern states have taken that opportunity to home. And this is what His Excellency Governor Obiano wants to do. We can domesticate it and create the enabling infrastructure for pre-production and post-production of outstanding movies and documentaries that will rank with any in the world, and begin to further reinforce the opportunity for job creation. And then, so the second panel for the day will be a panel on ICT and the creative industry. So information, communications, and technology. And that actually works in well with the quality of human capital. In the afternoon, we talk about tourism and hospitality. The travel industry is perhaps the largest employer of labor, and Anambra is blessed with beautiful natural sites and tourist destinations. So how do we further reinforce what we have? Because when you build a hotel and build a conference center and build the restaurants and the attractions, people can get employed right in their villages. We have the outstanding Golden Tulip Agulu Lake Hotel which I saw as a construction site 2 years ago, but I'm delighted to be staying there for this event, and it's a very beautiful edifice indeed. And thank you again, Your Excellency, for that vision. And then we'll close. We'll close the roundtable with a discussion on real hardcore infrastructure and the housing sector. So the way we worked on this roundtable is to think of it as a computer. There's the hardware, which is the solid box you see around you, but there's the software, which is the intelligence inside. And this is really how the governor is thinking, that while building on the hard infrastructure, which you've seen in the short video, you must not forget the software. And those are the human beings that will use those facilities, maintain them, and even build them onto further capacity in the years ahead. So on behalf of all the board members of ANSIPA, the governing council, my colleagues from ANSIPA, the managing director, Jide Kako and his team, I want to welcome you once again on behalf of Anambra State to this roundtable. I wish you a very excellent discussion. Thank you very much.
I'm here, I'm sure a lot of you know I'm an Igbo man from Imo State. And I consider this a privilege to speak to not only Anambra people, but Nigerians here. At the final chapter of your age, you start educating the younger ones. So the topic is very interesting to me. Doing business in 21st century. Well, my story is a clear manifestation of what God can do with people. If you have my logo here, 20 years ago, the Zionist logo says, anticipate the future. And I have my head, I think, unfortunately, it's not online. I speak extempore because I don't have time to prepare speeches. So I'm not a lecturer. I'm an African third world entrepreneur. And this was clear for me from birth. And I decided to be in disruption. And the only way I can do disruption without Godfather is technology. So this is what I've done all my life. But why am I in Anambra State? First, the national anthem, I don't think a lot of you play it. The national anthem, I didn't understand any word in it. But it inspires you like children crying for a certified tomorrow. Play that early in the morning and see how it will stimulate you to act. 2, Anambra has the capacity, the global capacity, to alter the destiny of Nigerians. You have everything. You have people with energy. You have brilliant, most concentrated, brilliant souls in Africa, in one region, in one state. You have, with due respect, knowledge. The third reason I'm here is that the life itself has become a code. You need to interpret your DNA to know how far you can go in life. So that's why I'm here. Very simple. I'm very, very impressed with what he has done. So he's gone halfway. If God has given you a capacity, global capacity, to alter the destiny of a state, you are almost there. But you got to a point where you have to be a born again. A born again not on the spiritual realm, but you have to be totally across all platforms a born again. Because what made our parents rich cannot make us rich in 21st century. Anambra people were very relevant last century. Anambra people are reasonably relevant in the first quarter of this century, which ends in the next 5 years. But will you be relevant in the second quarter of this century? I think that's why you are here. The men and women I see here can't drive the next quarter of century. The competition is there. The knowledge power is exhausted. But you can lay the foundation right now. So that's why I use myself as an Imo man. And to tell you a joke, sorry, not a joke. When I come to the East, I go back to Lagos and depressed for 2 days. And when you take entrepreneur, you're depressed, everything in your brain is deleted. I see opportunities. I see people who can deliver it. And I'm here because your governor comes from a civilized country to come and rule you. So, what is left? Knowledge. I said, what made you rich? Last century will never make you rich. And this is the only century God has certified and given the children of the poor opportunity to become world-class billionaires. But you need to play the profit. I sneaked into Onitsha 7 months ago. And wore a jean and a t-shirt. I told the security guys, give me a distance. And I spent 2 hours in Onitsha. I observed the men. So much energy, carrying, truck. I entered some stores, some warehouses. They thought I was coming to buy something. I indeed bought few things, but I dashed them out. I wanted to scale some of the rich men in Anambra, how prepared they are to transition. I was a little bit disappointed. But in the 21st century, there are few businesses who never made $1 billion. And a small child from the poorest home in Igbo land will delete you from the wealth list. This is the century we are in right now. So there are 2 things. Anambra people must decide. Do I want to be an employer? Do I want to be an employee? Or do I want to be an idiot? These are the 3 stages in 21st century. Is that why you're here? You are there? Yeah. And I'll give you an example. I lost a staff, a lady, a Yoruba lady, 2 months ago. That lady was on 75 million a year. She didn't go to any special university, Harvard, Oxford, nothing. But she had content. She could deliver. This is essentially like you can deliver, people must pay you, but they won't make money. So what stops Anambra from creating the biggest state in Africa? You have everything. This is why we are not thinking. When you read about Nigerians, Americans, Chinese, or some Africans, they live really well. I'll give you a good example. When I bought Conga last year, January last year, Conga, it's not the money I paid, but 6 months back, a South African company, NASPA sold it to me. NASPA's invested $32 million in 10 cents, China, e-commerce. After they sold the company to me, they sold cents of their equity in 10 cents for $9.8 billion. What is the total net value of Nigeria? Last Friday, the 28% of NASPA's is worth $133 billion. Any person with $133 billion will buy all the states in Nigeria, buy the regional, all the African countries, if he's ready to contend with the problems. So this is essential. So we all have opportunities. The government is striving. I woke up at this hotel today, Golden Tele. Thanks for the compliment. You can imagine looking through your window during Hamilton. That's what gives to Anambra State. But what I saw is that that area, that zone should be declared a knowledge village, knowledge city. If you declare the knowledge city, you develop coders. A medical doctor spends 7 years in a university. His first job, he spent $150,000, $200,000. A coder I'm paying some of them 1.5 million a month. This is the situation today. And he's not done with the 1.5 million naira a month. German films are hiring them from me. Canadians are hiring them from me. South Africans are hiring them from me. And they are not special kids. Some of them didn't read computer science. But they had a background that certified them as global citizens. This is the economy we're in. Not complicated. That's why I introduced myself as an Igbo man. So if the governor has created such facilities, you need to upgrade it. That's why I use the word born again. Born again is that you need to drop things that are not lifting you to the next generation. The children of today, when we went to school, it was a privilege to eat gari in the morning, gari in the afternoon, gari in the night. Kids, today, you give them breakfast, they don't want to eat. There's no Anambra chap I call out here. Which car would you want to drive? You tell you a Rolls Royce. Bishop level. They are smart kids. And the same is for them. But you need to give them the foundation to make this money. Wealth, the right. I've looked through your program. I don't want to talk to you about creative entertainment, but I want to tell you how to save on investment. The achievement, I watched it, the achievement of Anambra State on global scene. The young kids who won the award, I was part of it. I delivered the computers, I commissioned the computers. And I think Obionicha was there. That's doing something and doing it properly. Anambra, His Excellency could deploy the best roads in Anambra, could deploy the best electricity, but he will not enter the global map. What takes you 21st century is knowledge. But you have analog knowledge, you have digital knowledge. So today we are reading all the books. When I came back 32 years ago, I computerized all the newspapers in the country, including Africana FAB, the publishing house, Longman, Henneman, Advanced University Press, and all the rest of them. And all the newspapers in the country. You must anticipate the future. Because today people live longer. I'll give you an example of the health sector. After this conference, including the churches, I had an engagement. When I say born again, I had an engagement with the Roman Catholic Monsignor. And I told him, you need to alter your strategy. In 10 years, my son has no reason to come to church and spend 2 hours. He will take service online on a big screen. He asked me what of communion. I said, during Ebola, the Reverend Priest handed over the communion to us to take, isn't it? So fine. When there's disruption, you have to face the reality or your beliefs. Now that is happening. Anambra people are known for commerce, transportation, industrialization. Things are changing. Are you using artificial intelligence, robotics? At what cost are you producing? For me to come to Anambra, I have to provide convenience, human capital that is cheaper for me to produce and compete in the global market. Because consumption has gone global. Last Friday, my son, who owns Conga, shipped 1,000 laptops to Dubai. But he's in and he imported it from America because he has an e-commerce platform. Hello? In the health sector, the same crisis is there. In the last 14 years, I have no reason to see doctors because I've not been sick. I never had headache, I never had malaria, I never had cataract. So So I'm managing my house. But for the few that will go to the doctor, if he's smart, will go behind the door and Google you. So if he Googles your Stein, he knows I'm a rich man, he'll tell me, Stein, you have an emergency. First of all, he'll quarantine me to occupy his lab, and he will drip of ordinary water, and when I check out there, he say, I'm loving God, is wonderful. He will charge me 75 million. My wife will be very happy to pay. So you need to build people with skills. By next April, my boy will deliver drug to the remotest area, genuine drug, no matter where you are in the world. This is e-commerce, the same trading you are doing. He has 154,000 merchants online selling. So the man here could deliver his good in Maiduguri without opening a shop in Maiduguri. This is the ecosystem. Somebody called me, Stan, how is Conga? 98% Yorubas. You take commercial decisions. Those guys are skilled. When I bought it, it was 99%. But they are qualified to be done. So this is where we're headed to. A lot of parents need to support the governor to build these platforms that are intelligent to uplift their children. People are hosting 20-story buildings. That is not wealth in 21st century. Property adds impetus to your wealth, but you cannot go beyond a particular point. Because you need to buy land, you need to get a contractor, you fight with him, he builds and all the rest of it. So the wealth of 21st century does not need a godfather. It's miracle wealth. If God says you will be, and you are committed, and you are in the platform, you become a multi-billionaire. When I did INEC, I knew nobody. They failed, I gave the technology, I deployed. The government paid me $200 million in 2 months. I brought in 400 body there. So everybody who registered there, I deployed it. I didn't go to any special school. I designed a smart card reader. This is where the word is headed to. So no person wants to know your father. So, Excellency, what I want to appeal to Anambra people, I want to keep to 30 minutes so that a lot of you can engage. The basis, the foundation of knowledge is education and quality education. Today, 20 years ago, people of our age, they say they are very old, isn't it? Now, a lot of us here, if you live well, will live above 100 years. I'm sure if I ask you to pay to live another 20 years, you'll pick me. That's what life is all about. So the pastors will do their job, but the system will do the cleansing. So I really want to appreciate you that if you have a mind to do this, Mr. Governor, Your Excellency, you're almost there. Sow a seed in your educational system. Close your eyes. This is what I preach everywhere. Sow a seed in the educational system. Close your eyes and give them 5 billion. But put a system to monitor it. You will see a huge revolution and set up what I call a finishing school attached to it. The Igbos miss one thing. There's a difference between us and some Yorubas who went to private schools from nursery and other. That we didn't go does not stop us from learning at old age. A finishing school helps you to communicate professionally. Okay? If you want to grow in the global market, you have to behave like people who are over there. There's no difference between a Nigerian and an American. But it's the way you carry yourself. There's the way a woman should sit, the way a man should dress, there are color combinations, there's a kind of perfume we need to use, there's a way to handle cutlery. Money is not everything. This is a block that every entrepreneur should face. I had a dinner with the president of Philips. He came to my house 4 weeks ago. I hosted him. One of the guys did as him. And the way he was handling cutlery, I was technically ashamed. He had the fork on the right hand and the knife on the left hand. Now going to disrupt him will bring attention. So I kept quiet, but I didn't eat my own food. So in this chase to wealth, it should be 360 degrees because money is a right. And when you have your passion, you should define it. That's why I said life is a code. It does not stop with money. It has to do with education. It has to do with public, do with wealth. And don't do it with government because government will never have enough money. Bring private investors, let them sow a seed. You have a lot of professionals from this who can manage such resources. And then investors will recoup. If you invite me and tell me today you are setting up a cheese school with a digital layer, I will invest. But no politician will donate a candidate. Those candidates must be qualified because the end product is critical. Thank you very much. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Another round of applause for the great man. So let's put our hands together for the keynote speaker. The documentary on Anambra development strides is going to go around for each person. You're going to get one CD of the documentary. When the keynote speaker was talking about the musician that will come and sing for Jump Around, I'm going to invite the lead discussant before I call the moderator to join us. With over 2 decades of
the Deputy Governor, the Speaker, and my own Chairman, Anambra, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, mine is simply to make a few remarks in respect of the newly inaugurated Anambra 50-year Development Plan Committee, the work that we've been assigned to do, the motivation, the impetus for that, the way we intend to do that, and most importantly, the role that all of you have to play in that particular venture. We've listened all through today, and the theme, the sub-theme of this particular summit is Rethinking the Future. And the 50-year development plan appropriately fits the bill in terms of the overarching long-term destination where we want to go. And I want to commend His Excellency. We've listened, we saw the presentations on the various projects, roles, there from the micro, macro, institutional, structural, and someone speaking was talking about the other things to bring people to Anambra, and I only wanted to say, well, I didn't see something about the International Conference Center, and I said to somebody next to me, wait until the International Conference Center and the airport are finished, then you really see the true appropriate system. The 50-year development plan happened to be one legacy that I believe His Excellency wants to leave behind as he leaves office for Anambra's future, now that we are focusing on the future. Anyway, let me get down to that and I will provide a few justifications for that. Well, what you have there on the screen is just a teaser, just to get you, stir up your imagination. You look at how our nature is now. Well, just imagine our nature in 50 years' time. About it this year. Visualize, and I don't know where the palace will be by then. Orca 2020, and probably that Champs-Élysées in Paris. Try to envision, and then just to entice you a little bit. You saw the Apple thing down there. Probably by then the Champs-Élysées street will envelop it and have a little bit more. Yeah, you see the Newe on your left-hand side presently, probably in 2070, looking more like Taipei, Taiwan, as it were. And then, well, in this bit, let me just entice you, kind of a teaser as to what we intend to do in this 50-year development plan committee. A word of introduction, we'll take you through then the membership and participation, the process outline, and then ask the question, where do you, how do you participate? A word of introduction, we ask 2-3 questions. Why the plan? Why now? What's new? What's different? And in terms of why the plan, of course, it is an Anambra's long-term plan for security, prosperity, and happiness of the Anambra. 2 short quotes. Only those who plan can control the future. Then the second one is that if you don't know your destination, then any road will take you there. Nigeria is planning to transit beyond oil. An economy without oil. In that world, if you read a book about Taiwan entitled Pass the Books, Hold the Oil, and British resource will be our human capital. And Anambra happened to be a hub bounded by both the North, Kogi, South, Delta, rivers, and then the Southwest, Abia, Imo, and Enugu states. Anambra is a hub. What kind of future do we see? When, for example, they finish the second Niger bridge, and you have like an Asaba or a mega city, meshing into one mega city, one can almost visualize the skyscrapers of Hong Kong along the banks of the River Niger. What kind of future do we really see for Anambra? And in that world of global disruptive changes, what Governor Obiano has in panel is to leave a legacy for Anambra, that we can have a future trajectory for our people, so that successive governments would then derive their respective work programs from this long-term trajectory. And so that if the trajectory is maybe from here to there, this is the pathway that Anambra have agreed to go. One government could go a little to the left or a little to the right, but you are still within the long-term trajectory. In 50 years, you can then have a destination. Like we said, if you don't know your destination, any road will take you there. And so we see this as a legacy that Governor Obiano is leaving. And I'm dwelling on this point because I saw some people trying to misinterpret it and say, he has got barely 2 years to go. Why is he dealing with 50 years? Is he planning on a third and fourth term and so on? It is not a plan that Governor Obiano is going to implement, but as a legacy to help us think through the uncertain, disruptive future that awaits the entire world. I can go on about the way the world is going, where the world is likely to be in the next 50 years, but we don't have time here.
All said and done. Bottom line is simply asking and pleading that we should all come to invest in this great state. I think no matter grammar that you can blow, he's simply saying, come and invest in any sector you want to invest in. Of course, before you can ask somebody to come to your place or to invest, you must do your own part. You must create the enabling environment for an investment to take place. Of course, the first thing the governor has done is to provide the necessary security for investment to happen. Without investment, nothing can happen. The next is to create Ansipa. For a businessman, time is money. A businessman doesn't want to waste his time going from one ministry to another, looking for one certification or paper. That's why we created Ansipa. We have also improved in the ease of doing business. A couple of months ago, I went to Abuja to represent the governor, where we were ranked the 5th improved state in the ease of doing business in the Federation. Of course, we don't like to do things second, third, fourth, fifth. We want to come first. So we're working towards being the first and the best improved state in the ease of doing business. We also say, come to Anambra, because we have good roads. A businessman wants to be able to have access to his investments. The roads, the bridges that you see, that you watch in the video, are all there. So you have easy access to your investment. You can go to it wherever it is. If you're into agriculture, the roads to the agricultural settlements are already there. Of course, accommodation. You heard about Agro Lake Hotel. That means if you come to Anambra for your investments and you don't live here, you have a place to stay. You don't need to stay in a shanty hotel, you stay in a top-rated hotel. The one area that we've tried to do our best, but we still need a lot of work, is the issue of power. We need to provide more power for investments to take place. But I believe there is light at the end of the tunnel for that. We have one of our great sons, Plato Beto, who's doing a gas plant, massive. We have abundance of gas, and the hope is that once that plant starts, people like GE can bring in a generating plant where the gas will act as a feed for those plants. I've already been discussing with the governor on establishing an industrial park in that area. I think that's one of the legacies His Excellency wants to build before the end of his tenure. But what we need to do more is to find out who are these industrialists, who are these investors. We're also going to plan to do a summit for industrialists to come down and talk to us, tell us what we need, what the state can do to help them, for them to come and invest. We're not asking you to move your investment from Lagos, wherever it's situated right now. We're saying, give us something, 10%. Start a new factory, start a new branch of your industry here in our state. The government can't do it all. The government cannot provide all the jobs needed to sustain our graduating youth. It's the private sector. We're here to partner with you to make your life easy. For some of you who like to come to Anambra and maybe you're not able to see the governor, come and see me. I have an open door policy. Whatever proposal you bring to the governor, it doesn't end there. It's forwarded to Ansipa, who will look at it. And I guarantee you I'll do the same for you. Just come. Pick up your phone, call me, tell me you're coming, send me a text message that you want to come and invest in that state. We will listen. Because the whole idea of leadership is to leave a legacy. Forget the 4 years, the 8 years you spend, and you're called excellency. What determines the legacy is what you leave after you leave office. What people get to say about you. What people get to say about your tenure. That's what the governor wants to do. And I'm here to support that legacy. I thank you all for coming. the governor would thank you. I was supposed to give a vote of thanks, but I think he was so happy and impressed that he will not do that on himself. And I want to thank you for coming, and I pray that God will grant you journeyman back to your respective destinations. Thank you very much.
We had this kind of attendance, quality people who stayed through from 8 in the morning, through breakfast to lunch, and now very late in the evening. I'm really deeply appreciative of this. I want to particularly thank Abu Ogidi, His Royal Majesty, for staying true from beginning to the end. It shows the quality of a man he is. I'm not surprised. He's the Chancellor of Ahmadu Bello University and the head of the traditional rulers in the whole of Southeast. Unanimous. So I'm deeply happy about this. So I thank the panelists, the presenters for an excellent job. I must tell you, your expose was very enriching, and we are going to work with it. I must thank Choke for putting this together with his team, including Makatasi, Mark Okoye, Nejeme Fato, and some of the team members, that worked on this. I must thank all of you. But having said this, we came here for a purpose. That purpose is to win investors. I want after this function for investors to start trooping in. That's the whole objective. Minus that, I wouldn't have succeeded in this venture. So that's critical. And it's not saying the fact that we've done well in security. So security is not your problem. So you can't be considering, should I be safe? Should my investment be safe in this area? No. Please come and invest. See the guys that have invested before you and they are doing well. The likes of Koskaris farm, you should know who Koskaris is. As discerning as he is still doing business here in big volumes. Victor Keke, the guy of Umubo Farms, very elaborate farm settlement he had there and doing very well, thriving. In a place ordinarily people will say there will be herdsmen issues, but there has never been any in that location. Guys like Linden Farms, Linden Farms has been doing well for over 2 years and is putting one more train of the poultry. He is planning to put 9. He's at the 4th one now. By the time he does that, he will be one of the largest day-old chick producers in Africa. And of course, that goes with the processing of the whole chicken and what have you. But let me make a point from some of the some of the questions the discussants asked. On education, it's very clear in our mind that ICT-driven education is it. Where our students, even from primary school, should be exposed to ICT. And we've on our own tried to equip a sizable portion of our schools. About 40 to 50% of our schools are ICT compliant. That means all the students there will have ICT and they're using them and what have you. But it goes beyond that. What we're looking for are investors, because we have the captive area. You have schools that can take 5,000 people, 4,000, 2,000 people, and they have conference centers that can be remodeled to suit if you will, the ICT institutes, where software engineering will be developed.
and they will be issued certificates, and what have you. So we need investors in these areas. The government cannot spread itself so thin. I have 2 years plus to go, so I have to look at my resources and focus on what I think I should put money on, and leave and market the rest to the private equity investors to come in. In health area, we have very decent hospitals, and not only that, I've started, they've done over 1 kilometer of clearing already. 1 kilometer, and it's a 1.6, so it's a 3.6 kilometer runway. And it's going to take the biggest of plane ever known to man. And I can assure you, some people are doubting whether this is possible, whether we can do it. My answer to them is wait and see. I don't join arguments when people are not informed or when they don't know anything. But all I can reassure you is that airport will be delivered in less than 18 months from now. So much has been talked about power, and I'm sure if you watch the clip on the power segment of the documentary by the Commissioner for Public Utilities, you see all the effort we are making with Transmission Company of Nigeria. All those infrastructure and other power things, the group that spoke about power here, we're talking about, we make easier when those infrastructures are in place. If they're not in place, it will be more expensive for them to work in that direction. And they must know that we have, as one of them, Engineer Chike Okonkwo, who until recently was the chairman of our power committee. So he knows everything about is it EG? Engineering and what have you. Roads. We want investors who are willing to toll. We can give you some roads to manage. We toll it. I can also, in liaison with the governors of nearby states, get you a concession, where tolling can be done in Anambra and be done in Enugu or something like that. But those roads should be finished in the state-of-the-art way. So tolling is still on the table for people that want to invest. And that's the easiest part of investment. Banks like to fund it because they will see their money coming. As you finish and you toll, every day you take cash to the bank, or your till in the bank will be ringing.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Governor of Anambra State.